Well, today is Tuesday, the 8th of April. Kind of feels like the 8th of February. I was down with this car in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend. It was in the 70s. It snowed last night. It looks nice now. I have some pictures of it snowed last night. But it should be spring. It is spring. That is spring in what we call Pittsburgh. And a little update for the car. We Wes and I took a senior championship in Charlotte, which qualifies this car for the Grand Nationals. It was qualified last year, my white 93 Celica GT for the Grand Nationals. So tomorrow, I'm going to register both cars and making arrangements for someone to haul this out with my trailer. I'm going to drive the white one out because I started with the white one. I drive the white one. It's just a little, it's how things go. But I don't have a front plate on here. It did. I didn't like it. It needed refinish because the bolt snapped on it. So I had them refinish it to make it look like a lifelong Pennsylvania car, without the rust. So I can put it here. What this changes is this is a national first prize plaque. That is my car's registration number, W39444. That's how this car is known, and any future owners of this car would keep it under this registration number. So I got the senior plaque, which goes underneath it, and these are plates you get from them. And then I figured out I could put this right here and put it in place, and there we go. So got my car, got my plaque on there. And then with this, I could always put, if I get a Grand National, it would go in here. So anyway, a couple things to do to this car, real minor things, but this, I don't like how this looks. I don't really like how the finish on the engine looks. I'm going to polish that out. This has a crack on it. So I'm going to get online tonight and I'm going to look for one, a decent one if I can find it. And that's probably the easiest thing to do is swap it out. I don't know if it's easy because God knows every time I try to touch a bolt on this car, I really regret it. This is the 1992 Celica's battery bracket. So I have to take this off, take it up, and this will be the template that they'll use to rebuild the parts I have from two battery brackets, the original one and the other one I got from Uzbekistan, which was a narrower battery. It went from here to about here. So they had to take those parts. They're going to take them off, cut these spot welds on the one, and take the other bracket and make one good usable bracket that looks like this one. And this will be my pattern for them to do it. So that's a good thing I had a spare to go about and get that taken care of. So, the car did pretty decent. If you hear my ferocious Chihuahua Dachshund mix protecting the neighborhood. Anyway, this car did pretty well. And there was a guy that's pretty knowledgeable in the club, was not a judge there that day, but came up and started chatting with me. And I could tell he wanted to kind of give me some good advice. And that's what he was talking to me. He said, I don't know much about these cars. However, he goes, I could tell you this and this. He said that, for a Grand National car, when you're going to go for that, that's the big thing I have to do on there. I don't know, like I said, I'm going to try to attempt to redo these lines until we're done with the competition on there. If I trailer this out, there's no sense in really messing around with this car. I'll start working on this, start working on the white one to get whatever it needs to get done to get them ready for the Grand Nationals. But I don't really have to drive them. So I'm gonna probably get this in the garage, keep the miles down on it, and just go from there. I'll drive the gray 92 GTS, and I got to start sorting on that because I keep going back and forth. If you watch the other videos, I want to take the 6000 STE, or I want to take the 92 gray one out, and I'm still undecided, but I'm going to take one of them out. I still need to work on it, and that thing was undercoated, so it has like a wool wax, like a cosmoline on the strut towers. And I'm gonna do a little test in an inconspicuous area, see how hard it is to remove that. And if that's the case, I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna like unbolt some stuff here and there where I can, air cleaner, battery and all that, and just clean around it to get it nice and taken care of. There's a couple other little things I have to take care of on that vehicle to get it to the point that I want it. And I will do so. So anyway, not a super duper long video. This car from last week has, pardon me if I dig for my keys. I put, now 136,446 miles since Thursday night, Friday morning. 909 miles on it. It did really well. Even without the air conditioning, we lucked out on the drive home. Didn't have bad weather in Charlotte. We got out before the rain started and before it got hot. We left early in the morning. By the time we got up to Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, we were, high of 50s. I think it's like a high of 36 today. So definitely didn't need the air conditioning here. But I was going to take this out, put it in the garage, and I was just worried they might have tried to salt today because of, we had a couple little slide accidents this morning during the rush hour because unexpected ice. So I didn't want to mess with it. So I'll take this one out tomorrow, put it in the garage out in the shop, and I don't know, I might bring the gray one down and just start working on it. I don't know. But I'm pretty excited because I have two senior champions, which I never thought I would get a first junior, let alone two first juniors, let alone two senior championships. So I'm going to go for the first Grand National this July with both cars at the same time in the same class. And then I would have to wait until the next Grand Nationals, if I get those two to be Grand Nationals, to go for Senior Grand National. And then it's pretty much preservation after that. But it's pretty fun. These cars are incredibly fun to drive, reliable to drive, and they're just, it's just a 35-year-old car that is usable on a daily basis, where you don't say, well, about this, about that. The 92 needs its radio worked on, so I'll probably start sourcing on that, work on that, get it ready. And this one needs its air conditioning worked on, but I'll get it taken care of. And other than that, there's a couple little dings on the silver 92. I'll take it up to the guy that works on those. He's going to work on my 84 Pontiac 6000 STE and my 85 Pontiac 6000 LE, because he's really good with paintless dent removal. And like if you get hail damage, stuff like that, he can take care of it. It's pretty amazing. So he's done wonders with this car. He's done wonders with my white Camry and my white Celica. And they weren't bad cars. I mean, this Camry was a bit, but this and the Celica, other Celica, needed it. And so he took care of it. For very reasonable and very talented guy. So it's always good when you have people like that. Get the stuff done while you can get it done. And that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't seen some of the other shenanigans, check them out. But these Celicas are pretty much they're my favorite drivers because, like I said, I wouldn't hesitate. Well, if the air conditioning was working with this one, I wouldn't hesitate to take it to Los Angeles tomorrow. The other two, everything, knock on wood's functioning. I would take them to Los Angeles tomorrow with AC, and even if the radio was a little wonky in the gray one, it's not the end of the world. So, you know, that's the best part of them. They're not as limited in use as some cars. Like my 85, my 84 Pontiac 6000s are, I have to kind of think twice about them. You know, they're good cars. I love them. They're good to drive around. But driving them on a trip like that, I would have to kind of think twice about it. I have a trailer. I've been going back and forth whether or not I pick up an inexpensive pickup truck to, if that exists, to haul my cars around. And it would make those so much easier. But we'll see. I mean, that's getting a little crazy. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, comment, and have yourself a great day.